Happy Sunday afternoon, everyone. Today it'll be like a review slash like school coursework type of day. However, I feel like without caffeine, I'm literally just not surviving at the moment, unfortunately. Am I addicted to coffee? No? Maybe? But anyways, we're getting coffee today. So I'm gonna go onto my Boost app and order coffee from Dunkin because I believe that Starbucks is not open today. But after that, I think we're just gonna do like a walk and talk or sit and talk type of thing today because I have some thoughts about school courses and exams and all that stuff. So just wanted to share with you guys. So we're in Dunkin now, and cold and frozen beverages, iced latte. Should I get a small or medium one? I'll go with the small one. Oat milk, and that's it. So I'm gonna add that to the basket. Check out. It'll be ready in 13 minutes. Cool. Orders placed. Yeah. We're gonna go to Ray's, which is the student center, or just a place where all the students hang out and get all the foods, and we're gonna grab the coffee there. I got the notification that the coffee's already ready, so now we're heading out. Okay. Finally outside. The weather's beautiful, and it's been beautiful for like the past week or so. Like every day it's kind of sunny, or at least it's not just like that foggy and gross type of weather, which is always nice. I love the sun. Makes me happy. And since I posted the video about being in a rut, I would say a few days ago, I don't even know how long ago it was, I've been kind of getting out of it bit by bit, but it's not an easy process, and I still think that the most important thing is just to not give up and give yourself the time to actually somehow get out of that rut, although I don't even really know how I got into it in the first place. Yeah, no, it's kind of tough as a college student, not gonna lie. A lot of the times I just feel confused about everything. It just feels like I don't know myself well enough. There's a lot of uncertainty, a lot of things that for me I have yet to discover about life, about people. And also just like the overall stress level is pretty high as a college student. Although I don't have that much stress academically, or I try not to put a lot of stress on myself in that area, it still feels like we all have no time whatsoever. It's not just me, it's all the college students I know. Somehow everyone's always up to something, and we're just always on the go, so there's never time to actually just sit down and think when you need to. And college life goes by so quickly as well, so it's just a lot of stress all around to have everything like that figured out. Also, certainly not getting easier. Like during my first semester here, a few people told me that I'll only be getting more busy, and I kind of didn't believe them. I was like, first semester, I'm already like, I have a pretty well-rounded and occupied schedule already. But of course they were right, and it just got busier and busier. And especially in college, when you're not around your parents anymore, like you're really learning how to become a full adult, you have to learn to manage everything on your own. And that is just like growth pains, or maybe this rut is just a part of growth rather than me just somehow getting myself into a low point. Maybe, I don't even know. Managing stress and dealing with challenging days or weeks like these and being able to get out of it is something that's super important, but also empowering in a way, because you're all dealing with it. Thank you. Oh, holy shit, there's a lot of people. But you're all dealing with on your own, so yeah. Let me see if my order's here. This is Dunkin. Thank you. got the latte. I always take this. What kind of camera?
I have two. I
Buying it
have
for
one
fun.
tonic and I have a Canon.
Here, if you want to scan it, you can scan it.
Oh,
It's right here.
I
I
got you.
post about Babson quite a bit.
I'll follow you.
Thank you so much. So, I was saying, every time I eat or drink something, I always... Hey!
Did not mean to interrupt.
It's okay.
Go for it.
I always like to take a photo of anything that I'm eating or drinking. So I'm gonna just do my traditional... Aww. I'm gonna do my traditional photo and let me adjust the angle. Perfect. Got the photo, and another thing that I always do is that I always remove the ice. I know it's so funny, but I don't like my drinks to be too diluted. Got the coffee secured, and now let's find somewhere quiet where we can actually have a chat, because I feel like there's a lot of people here, and as I said before, I still get a lot of anxiety when I see people. But first sip, cheers. Doesn't hit like the way that Starbucks coffee hits, but you know, I still gotta be grateful that at least there is Dunkin's. What are you guys up to? I see you guys everywhere.
Oh my god, is that Elena? Oh my god, I'm famous. I'm not even in the frame.
Oh shit, you're not in the...
Yeah, I'm a little dark.
Oh wait, you're just a shade here.
Money, what's up, crew? How's it going? Good to see you guys
Dan,
again.
how are you here? I just saw
I
you.
spawned. We're about to lock in for this conference.
There's space either upstairs or the other side downstairs. Close to exam season, so I figured that there might be a lot of people around. I'll try to review. Okay, there's like people everywhere. Let's go downstairs this way. Awesome, we found a quiet area. Now we can sit down. Which lighting is better? Certainly not this. Maybe this. Okay, let's sit down here. I'll put you all here for a little bit. Okay, cut. Let's have this quiet, peaceful, serene scene of me just drinking coffee on my own without the camera. Alright. Got my daily dose of caffeine finally. Feeling even happier. Actually, when I applied to college, I was also contemplating between whether I should even go in the first place or not. Just because I never felt like the standard educational system was beneficial for my actual education and learning. And it's been that way since I was in elementary school, so since I was 6 or 7. And it's just a part of me that I can't change in a way. Like, just simply don't like courses. I don't like to hear a teacher lecture and speak about a topic. I don't like a standard curriculum where everything is planned out, where everything is spoon-fed to us. And so that's why I struggled a lot in high school, especially because I chose an academically rigorous school for, I guess, like my future success. I thought that if I went to school like that, I'd be able to get into good university, and if I go into a good university, then there's a lot more opportunities open up to me for the future. And now that I am at Babson, which is my dream school, I don't know. Like, it still feels like I didn't make the wrong choice, but nothing about the education system has gotten better or has improved even when I got to Babson. And that makes me think that all educational systems are systems, and maybe systems aren't my thing. And maybe I'm that type of person who's just more suitable and who would just do better in life when I'm learning on my own. And I've done it before with Python, like for this entire YouTube channel, and also my Substack newsletter, which I'm just all running on my own. Taking on these projects or these learning opportunities stemmed from the fact that I was curious enough to actually learn about them. And it's my way of exploring more about the world and all the knowledge that there is. Whereas I don't think there were any significant inputs from the school courses that I'm taking currently, especially because last semester I audited for this course, basically Len Green's course, which is always ranked as the best course at Babson. And ever since I'd taken that one, feels like all of these other courses are overwhelming, to be honest. Like, I want to be brutally honest on this channel, and I think there's a lot of great things about Babson, and there's a lot of positive reasons of why I love representing it and I love talking about the school. But I don't want to hide my personal challenges and my true viewpoints of like all of these different aspects of school, of education, and of being in college. And it doesn't feel like I'm getting any benefits from my courses, and that's why a lot of the times I arrive late, or if I know that the teacher takes attendance at the very end, I would usually just arrive, like, courses are usually 90 minutes, but I would just arrive 45 or 30 minutes before the class ends. And even when I sit there, 0% of what the professor is talking about is actually going into my brain, because I know that even if I learn it, it's not beneficial. And I just can't find a way to convince myself that it's worth learning and that it's worth spending my time on, because I know that it's not. And it's not just me, because I'm in E-Tower, which is the entrepreneurship tower here. Most people in the community has that same point of view. And so what we do is that we try to find ways to minimize the amount of effort that we have to put in while still passing courses. I'm not even looking for a B minus, A minus, none of that. I simply just want to pass the courses. But also this way, it starts to become unhealthy when I'm just not emotionally attached to what I'm doing. Like, even if I miss one class, 2 classes, even if I miss 2 weeks of class, there is no internal guilt or emotional discomfort that comes from it just because of how little and insignificant it matters to my life. And that's just the brutal truth of the courses. And I believe that at this age, after receiving so many years of education, we have, as students, we all have the ability to determine whether something is worth our time or not, whether or not doing something, the opportunity cost of that is low enough to even do it. Because I trust my judgment, and all of the other E-Town members are the same, it's not just me, but a lot of people just can't learn, and it feels like it's a problem in a way, because at least I thought that a part of being in college is the education that we're receiving. But now it's the opposite. It's everything outside of the educational aspect of what we're getting in school. And the worst part is that there's no way to actually solve this problem, because if I choose to stay, I'll be here for 2 more years. From what I've heard from so many data points I've gathered when I asked so many people, it doesn't get better. You know, a few courses, a few professors will definitely be outstanding, and you would feel like you can learn something from them, and you would buy into the course or the professor and have that right attitude to learn. But right now, when I don't have that mindset, when I don't have that attitude or willingness to learn, really just like there are no inputs. It becomes a daily struggle when it's all you're trying to avoid, and when thinking about the courses, thinking about the exams and your grades is something that's preventing yourself from getting out of bed. That's preventing yourself from doing things within business and entrepreneurship and work on your venture, so on and so forth. Again, I don't have a solution. My friends and I are already trying to do the bare minimum to pass the courses, but for me, because I was never good at tests or taking any standardized assessments, it's even harder for me to be able to even pass the courses with little effort. So even passing the courses already takes up a lot of my energy, my mental space. Exam season is coming up. There's at least 2 courses in which I haven't done anything all semester long up to this point, and I don't even have context about what the class is or what's going on, although I'm physically there. I was just never mentally there, unfortunately. And I don't even know when our exams are. It might be on Tuesday, today's Sunday. I don't think that I've checked the course assignments page that often either. So I want to be on top of that a little bit more, because if I can't change the system, then I can only change how I behave. And so far, especially for this semester, because I don't like the selection of courses and the subjects that I'm taking, everything drags me down even more in terms of my own growth and development, when I feel like there's such a huge obstacle in the way when I'm trying to do something that's important, which is always like having courses and schoolwork at the back of my mind. Just gonna try to do as much as possible today. I know it's called cramming, but somehow cramming works for me. So let's see how that goes. And for the remaining time of the semester, I kind of realized that if I do a little bit of coursework consistently, it'll still be better than not doing anything. Like, even if I spend 15 minutes per day on coursework, that would even be better for what I'm taking. But again, like, this entire brain dump is just what I'm thinking about, and for a lot of these things I really just don't have an answer to it. So we'll see how that goes. Coffee makes me so happy still. But things outside of academics are still going relatively well, and I do see the benefits of having a structure like college, of being in this college environment. There's a lot of things that are good for my personal development, which I love. Moving forward on this channel, I want to be able to show both sides of things without just giving you the positives, because I want to be super transparent. And the other day, I was editing in the library, and these 2 girls, I've never met them before, but they just came up to me and they were like, "Hey, we both watch your content on YouTube and we just love how authentic, how real it is." At that point, I realized that authenticity is not overrated, and I don't want to be just another content creator who shows their life in a very filtered way through a filtered lens. I want it to be real and I want it to be authentic, so this will become a part of it. And I say filler words quite a bit, I repeat myself quite a bit, because I'm not the best public speaker, especially when it's in front of a camera. A lot of the times I feel a little bit less natural than just speaking to a friend, but I'm treating all of you guys, or at least I'm really trying to treat the camera, to treat all of you guys just as a one-on-one chat. So, yeah, I'll see you guys soon.